Welcome to Floppy Friday number 9. This is Floppy Friday number 9. Last week I said so, but I got a bit mixed up. And it's Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas. This is going to be a fun one today. So I'm going to take a look at two very similar games on the Commodore 64. Again, that we found amongst these floppies that I bought from an auction site. The first one, and it looks very Geiger-esque, right? When you look at that picture, it's definitely an 80s era alien. Is R-Type. So that's the first one. The second one I'm gonna show is a game that was originally released under the name Katakis, apparently, and then it got renamed Dinaris. So these are the discs. Here's R-Type, and here's Dinaris. So the reason so Katakis got re-released as Dinaris. And anyway, there's a story behind that when there's a bit of controversy about the release as well. But let's go ahead and load this. I think this is going to ask me, this is just on the first side, it's very strange. It loads a very basic loader on side 1. You can see the R-Type loader. And I'll hit F1 to start. And then I have to flip it. So I have to basically flip the disc, which is this is a copy of that other one, I think. But this one, for some reason, it loads better. So I load side B, and then it'll go ahead and load the rest of the game and let me play. So it's kind of strange that it's split over the front and back of that particular floppy, but it is what it is. So let's see. So again, horizontal scrolling shooter. Yeah, that wasn't very good, was it? As usual. You gotta be kidding. Alright. Maybe I'll just let them come a little bit more. So I think it's not bad to go forward. Really lame. Alright, that's really embarrassing. See, and this is nuts. I mean, after just a short game like that, you have to put side A back on, reinsert it, it'll go through the loader, you have to choose what you want here. Well, I didn't get a high score, that's for sure. Then what? This, I mean, if with sort of my video game life expectancy, this could get really annoying. You know, if you're not playing, again and again. If you're not playing really long games. And I was doing better that time though. Didn't dodge it. I saw it, I just didn't dodge it in time. Anyway, I'm not going to play much more than this. I mean, I don't want to spend a huge time on this game anyway. Anyway, that's it. R-Type is actually, it's not a bad game. I quite like it. But let's take a look at Dinaris or Katakis, both Greek names apparently. So let's take a look at those and see how they compare. When I say those, as I said, it was originally released as Katakis, but then re-released as Dinaris later. Now, what was interesting about this is that the owners of the rights for R-Type, and I want to say Activision, but I'm not 100%. Actually, I can check. Should be able to tell me here. I've got the original here. Electric Dreams. So Electric Dreams sued the makers of this game because it just looked so similar. It was basically a clone of R-Type. So they sued them, but that wasn't really the end of it. And it turns out that in order to get out of the litigation or what have you, the people who programmed this ended up doing a port of this or of R-Type, I forget which one it was, to the Amiga in exchange. So it seemed like Electric Dreams were actually short of talented coders, so used, some sort of legal attack or legal, lawsuit to get them to do it for them for free, or just to get the talent. Anyway, super interesting. It's worth looking at Wikipedia. I'll link to it in the comments, and then on my blog as well, and then you can take a look at that. But anyway, take a look for yourself, see what you think. Interesting, this has also got a 2-player mode, so that's one that I'll have to check out at some point. But we'll go ahead and start the 1-player game. So it's kind of interesting. He's got these, I really like these explosions. So there's something they've got this kind of, I won't say hyper realistic, but at least relatively realistic explosions. But again, I'm not doing. So they've done a pretty good job, I think. And I almost made it to that, and that would have given me an extra beam or whatever. Oh gosh, we'll have to do that one more time. I mean, again, it's not a great show really. F1, but it might. Oh, I got top of the leaderboard. What do you know? Proud moment. I'm not going to save it though, because I mean that's not worth saving. F1, 1-player. Yeah, rocks. Rocks aren't good for you. Asteroids, I suppose. Which reminds me, I have to try and find a copy of Asteroids at some point for Fernando. That's just lame. Just lame. Really lame. I did almost exactly the same thing. What do they say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Anyway, that I think is probably, game over, and I think I'll leave it at that. There are definitely more games I'll show, but I think we'll leave that for another day. The next one I actually kind of fancied looking at, which isn't really along this theme, but again, it's all about alien invasions, even though it's not, is Arkanoid. So this is interesting because it's really just a very, very basic version of Breakout, but it's just got some twists, and it was super popular. So I'll play that probably next time, and we can check it out. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode, this 9th edition of Floppy Friday, and that you've had a brilliant Christmas so far, and you continue to enjoy the rest of the Christmas or whatever holidays you celebrate. Enjoy the rest of the festive season. I will do my best to queue one up for next week, and then probably the week after, because I think I'll be offline for the first week of the new year. After the one immediately after New Year's Day itself. Anyway, whatever. All right, that's it from me. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Okay, thanks.